anasema tuweke nyuma.
Our message is we are standing for the protection of the rule of law. We will not allow the judiciary to be taken over. We will not allow ourselves to go back to the Moi era. We stand for the rule of law. We want an independent judiciary at all times. We will ensure that the Law Society will stand for the members of the public, will stand on behalf of all the judges and magistrates of this country to ensure that they can dispense their duties judiciously, only upholding the rule of law. The Constitution is the bedrock upon which we stand, and we shall not allow anyone to erode that right that we have fought so hard. The Constitution of 2010 brought in a new era, a dispensation of justice, a dispensation where everyone is under one constitution and no one is above the law. So we stand for the rule of law. We stand to protect our constitution. We stand here on behalf of all the people of Kenya. My name is Faith of Diambo. I'm the Vice President of the Law Society of Kenya, and we'll be flagging off this Mandamano as one Law Society of Kenya. Asante.
This is a country that is governed by the rule of law. We are under the Constitution, and everyone is equal before the law. We are disturbed by utterances that are made by the President, day in, day out, in public gatherings, that imply that he is above the law. We are also disturbed when we see utterances made by another arm of government, that is Parliament, stating that it will ignore court orders and undertake public participation despite the court stopping the process of implementation of the Housing Bill for 2023. Those actions by Parliament we want to warn, if they are undertaken, would be an illegal venture. And we are going to initiate proceedings to surcharge anyone in Parliament who will authorize the public participation forums to proceed when there is a court order stopping that process, because that is illegal. They are not using their money, they are using taxpayers' money. And taxpayers' money cannot be used to propagate illegal activity. Second, the executive nor Parliament have no privilege to choose which orders to comply with and which one not to comply with. They are institutions that have been set up by our Constitution. And the Constitution demands, it does not plead with them, it demands that they must obey court orders. And so we are here united as a body of law, the old, the middle-aged, and the young, to say that the Law Society will not cow. The Law Society will not be intimidated. And when it comes to protection of the Constitution, protection of the rule of law, we are prepared to go to any length to protect the Constitution of Kenya. We are aware that the President has issued threats and has said that mambo ni matatu. We want to assure him that for all those options, we are prepared to take those options in defense of our Constitution. And so today, we meet here in public, and we are going to affirm our oath. We took an oath to defend the Constitution of Kenya. We took an oath to defend the independence of the judiciary. We took an oath to defend the administration of justice. And we are going to retake those oaths in public so that we can send an equivocal message to the executive and those in the executive that believe or are harboring false hope that the Law Society will cow or will be intimidated in the defense of the rule of law. That will be a clear message to all that as a country we know the history. We know what happened in the years of dictatorship. And we said when we gave ourselves a constitution in 2010 that we are never going back home. And we know that in that process, there are those who lost lives. There are those that were detained. And in honor of their sacrifice, it is our duty and obligation to sustain this war, to sustain the quest for a country that everyone is below the law. So as we undertake this peaceful procession, it is not a contest between the Law Society of Kenya and the executive. It is a march in support of the state, of the nation of Kenya, because Kenya cannot exist as a country if it is not ruled by the rule of law. So it is important as we undertake this for the public to understand and to join us in this, and to stand with us and to stand with all Kenyans of goodwill to say that if the president would want to say that as a Kenyan he can choose which order of the court to obey or not, what makes it different from any other Kenyan from saying we are not going to obey those orders? The path that we have taken is a path that can only lead us